Alrighty, man. Ooh, what's good? What's good? What's good with y'all, man? What's good with y'all? What's good with y'all? What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Matthew Walker, aka Just Matt. And how y'all doing today, man? Hope y'all doing good, staying well, staying healthy, all that great stuff, man. And listen, we just reacted to Kevin McHale. You know what I'm saying? Greatest post moves ever. And I got to see that he's a post move mastermind, bro. A fundamental genius. He, you know what I'm saying? Maximize all his strengths. And, you know, I know everyone got weaknesses, but he maximized his strengths, you know what I'm saying? And he could do it all. Fade away, step through, up and under, you know what I'm saying? Reverse, you know what I'm saying? Same side of the rim. Great finisher around the rim. Great rim protector as well, you know what I'm saying? Shot blocker, you know what I'm saying? So he on both sides of the floor. And then he could shoot too. You know what I'm saying? Shoot a three ball. That's a really effective player on the court, for real. So I said I would have him on my team if I could, man. You know what I'm saying? If he's you know what I'm saying, on the roster, and I could pick him up. Yeah, Kevin McHale, you with me, buddy. You with me. I'd much rather have him on my team than me have to go against him. No cap. So this video is how good was Kevin McHale really? You know what I'm saying? So we got two back-to-back Kevin McHale videos. And yeah, man, if you're new to the channel, make sure, you know what I'm saying, hit the like button, you know what I'm saying? And if you want to, you can subscribe. You don't have to, though. If you want to, you can join the fam. And thank you so much for 2,700 subscribers. Man, we're going to keep grinding. We're going to keep going up. That's the only direction. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. No cap. You know what I'm saying? So much love. Really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get straight into the video, man. 3, 2, 1. Let's get it, man. What? Hey, yeah.
When we talk about the greatest big
shout out, bro, to who made this video, by the way.
Specifically the topic of power forwards, there are several names that usually get brought up, like Tim Duncan, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, Dirk Nowitzki, and Kevin Garnett, to name a few. But one of the names that belongs in that discussion, but very rarely gets mentioned, is the Celtics legend Kevin McHale.
Yeah.
Although you won't hear the media or casual NBA fans bring him up, this guy is respected and held in high regard by his contemporaries of the 80s. They certainly recognize his place in the discussion. There's reasons why.
Tough move right there, man.
Which we'll get into. But we'll start by recognizing his talent and accomplishments throughout his early career. So sit back and enjoy as I once again do my favorite thing to do as a Lakers fan, which is make a positive video about a Celtics player. Kevin McHale was drafted in the 1980 draft with the 3rd overall pick by the Boston Celtics. He was a 6'10" power forward who was extremely skilled and had sound fundamentals. Although his talent could be recognized upon his arrival to the league, he wasn't necessarily tearing up the competition immediately, and instead developed his game slowly over time. As a rookie, playing 20 minutes a game, Kevin averaged 10 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 1.8 blocks per game on 53% shooting.
That's good for a rookie.
He had the talent and the production to be a starter, but the Celtics were actually pretty stacked at the time, especially in terms of their big men. Within 2 years, Boston had acquired Robert Parrish, Larry Bird, and Kevin McHale, which would be their Hall of Fame front line of the future. They also had Cedric Maxwell, who was a 6'8" small forward and a great player in his own right. With Parrish starting at center and Bird and Maxwell starting at the forward positions, there simply wasn't room for McHale to start. So in the early years of his career, he thrived in his role as the team's 6th man. Serving as a complementary piece behind Bird, Parrish, and Maxwell, McHale and the Celtics finished with a 62-20 record and went on to defeat the Houston Rockets in the NBA Finals to win the championship. Over the next 4 seasons, he would continue to come off the bench and make an impact, averaging 16.5 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 1.9 blocks on 55% shooting over those 4 years. In 2 of those seasons, he was the 6th man of the year. In 1984, he added his 2nd championship ring in a 7-game series victory over the Lakers. At this point, McHale had already built a nice resume for himself, but his career was about to take off to another level. In September of 1985, the Celtics traded an aging Cedric Maxwell to the Clippers for Bill Walton, who would serve as the team's backup center and as their new sixth
Bill
man.
Walton.
The departure of Maxwell meant that the starting forward position had now become available to McHale, and Kevin was quick to make Boston forget about their previous starting forward. In his first season as a starter, Kevin averaged 21.3 points, 8.1 rebounds, and 2 blocks on
57.4%
improvement shooting. With
Huge
their big three
improvement.
leading the way, and with their deep roster, the 1986 Boston Celtics dominated their way through the regular season as they finished with a 67-15 record, and they were the league's best defensive team, which McHale was a major part of. This year was one of his 6 all-defense team appearances. There was nothing flashy about his defense. He wasn't the most athletic and wouldn't sky through the air to block a shot, but he was tenacious. He did an excellent job of moving his feet and staying in front of the defender while keeping his hands high. Under the leadership of Bird and McHale, the '86 Celtics won yet another championship, defeating the Rockets in 6 games. Although Larry Bird was named the Finals MVP of the series, there was definitely an argument that it could have gone to McHale, who averaged 25.8 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 2.5 blocks on 57% shooting over the series.
That's some good numbers right there.
It's worth noting that these impressive numbers
I'll take that any day of the week, bro.
of great big men defenders in Hakeem Olajuwon and Ralph Sampson. To this day, the '86 Celtics are seen as one of the greatest basketball teams of all time. Even with all of this being said, we were still yet to see the best of McHale. The following season would be his best yet, and a year where he made history. As a 29-year-old, in his prime year, he averaged 26.1 points, 9.9 rebounds, and 2.2 blocks on an incredible 60.4% shooting.
He basically averaging a double-double, basically.
Shooting,
you know what I'm saying?
Came on 17 shots per game. Players almost never score that many points
Rounded
with such
up.
high efficiency. In fact, in the history of the league, no one has ever averaged as many shots as McHale did that season and shot the ball more efficiently. He also shot 83.6% from the free throw line, making him the first player to ever shoot 60% from the field
very good.
and over 80%
For a power
from the
forward,
free throw
that's very
line
good.
in
No
the
cap.
same season. It was during this stretch of his career that the term torture chamber came up a lot. This was in reference to the players who had to guard McHale in the low post. At the time, he had arguably the best footwork and low post moves in the game, right there with Hakeem Olajuwon. It was also extremely difficult for defenders to contest his shot, since he was a 6'10 player with a high release point way above his head. With how unstoppable he was as an offensive player, it made sense why they said his defenders in the low post were in his torture.
I was shooting right here.
Towards the end of the 1987 season, the best year of his career, with just a few games left before the playoffs, McHale broke his navicular bone in his right foot. This ultimately would be a career-altering injury for the big man. Doctors advised him to get surgery and sit out the rest of the season, which is what just about any other player would have done, but not Kevin McHale. He was one of the toughest players to ever play the game.
I respect that.
And desperately wanted his Celtics to repeat as NBA champions.
I respect that.
So he played out the rest of the regular season and throughout the playoffs on his broken foot. Was this incredibly tough? Yes. Was this absolutely legendary? Yes. Was this also extremely reckless and bad for his career in the long term?
It was.
Yeah, it was probably that too. Regardless,
but that's respect,
he played
though.
At an incredibly
I respect
high
him for
level
that.
in the playoffs. Despite the enormous pain, he averaged 21.1 points, 9.2
that shows me
rebounds,
his passion for the game,
blocks
man.
on
You know what I'm
58%
saying?
shooting throughout
And
the
for the love of his team.
1987 postseason.
So I respect
Despite
that.
his courageous effort, the Celtics came up short, losing in the NBA Finals to the Lakers in 6 games. He would get surgery on his foot in the offseason, and he would have some really great and productive seasons afterwards, but his Celtics were done winning championships, and he would never again return to his prime form that he had experienced before the severe injuries entered his career. When you look at his averages and his rankings on the all-time list, it might seem a bit underwhelming, but you have to consider the fact that McHale spent most of his career as either a sixth man with limited minutes or as a star dealing with injuries. The reality is he only had 2 healthy seasons as a starter before he broke his foot in March of 1987.
That's crazy.
He didn't have the longevity that many other greats have enjoyed, but the truth is, when he was good, he was really, really good on both sides of the basketball. Let me know in the comments section where you rank a prime Kevin McHale among the greatest power forwards of all time. Thanks for watching as always. Make sure to like and subscribe for more NBA content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Tough, bro. Hey, man, great video, man. Kevin McHale, where I rank him? Me personally, He most definitely in top 5. Tim Duncan number 1. Tim Duncan number 1. Number 2, Dirk Nowitzki. Number 3, Kevin McHale. You know what I'm saying? So Kevin McHale top 3. I got Kevin McHale top 3. You know what I'm saying? That's personal. To me personally, that's what I think. You know what I'm saying? This isn't official rankings. You know what I'm saying? This is me personally. So yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kevin McHale. Shout out to bro who made this fit right here. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, man. The original video be in the link in the description. And hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all stay well, stay blessed. Look, that's very much, man. And that's gonna do it for today, man. Peace. I'm out.